What's up, guys? It's Anderson.
Christian here.
And on this evening, we have some pretty kooky content to cover. I don't know if y'all believe in this stuff or not, but we want to kind of go over it and just kind of talk about it because I'm like half in and half out. So turn on, tune out, drop in, because we're about to ride this wave of weird as we enter 111. What's up, Christian?
What's up, AK?
What do we have tonight?
We have astrology, numerology, nameology.
All the ologies.
All the ologies.
Except biology, because I wasn't good at biology.
No biology tonight. Yeah, that was not one of my favorite subjects.
No?
No, I had to have a friend, Tony, help me through biology and chemistry. Two of my least favorite subjects.
I was not a chemistry person. I got through biology with an A.
Yeah.
But only because I was good at memorizing, like, words. Chemistry, nah.
Dude, I hated it. It was fun, but I just wasn't good at it. I was like, oh.
I'm not good at math, so math and chemistry was just like, huh? So, but no.
Luckily, tonight you don't have to talk about math or biology.
We get to talk about something even better.
Mm-hmm.
What's your sign?
Compatibility.
What's your sign, Christian?
I'm a Pisces.
So
I'm Pisces.
You're a fish. That's why you like sushi.
Dude. And I love the ocean.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'm a water sign. Most of the things I've read about Pisceans.
Pisceans, dang, that sounds so cool.
Is that the actual word for it?
No, I mean, you just said it.
I think it's Pisceans. I think that's
so what are Leos? Leonians.
Leonians.
I'm a Leo.
You're a Leo?
I'm a Leo. Arr.
Arr.
Yeah. How do you believe in that stuff?
I do. I've believed in it. I believe in it more than I should, but I'm not like, I don't invest all of my energy into it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like I don't like follow those like compatibility tests or like when I was younger, you know, and you read through like Cosmo and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever like went through like magazines where like you like search
for. No, but I did. I will admit this. When I was, I think like 12, 13, whenever I'd go into Vaughn's, the grocery store, they used to have a little box at every end cap of the register. Like before you go to the register, it'd have a little box and it had these little scrolled up little papers. They look like cigarettes.
Yeah.
And it would be like, know your horoscope for the month of May. And I'd be like,
and they're like $1 or something,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. And I'd be like, I'm down. Let me see what the future has for me. And then I would buy it and I'd unravel it and I'd start reading it and I'd be like, what?
Yeah.
Man, it says like, if the moon is full, I'm going to have a full plate of food to eat. Yeah. No, it was always like something, it was always very like ambiguous, you know? Yeah. It was always general and like it could be interpreted any way, you know? So, but I was always into that stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. I just always was like so fascinated by like fortune tellers or like psychics, and I was always I never went to do any of those things. Mm-hmm. You know, I still don't believe in doing so, just because for me I feel like I like to think that I have control of my life, even though I don't. You know, like obviously we always know like it's probably more so that it's in God's hand, right?
Yeah.
But I would like to believe that I have some form of control, so I don't want to know what next week brings or if I'm going to be rich or poor, because, I mean, some people, it's good for them in the sense of, like, they say, like, oh, you're going to be poor. You got to change or you're going to be living a poor life. Yeah. So it might affect you in the way where you're like, oh, I'm not going to be, you know, impoverished. I'm going to go bust my chops, you know.
No spending next week.
Yeah. But, you know, like, it was just always fascinating to know that somebody had, like, the gift to make you feel like your sign was very relatable. You know, and it was weird because as a kid you'd always be like, man, this is like honest. This is like for me. But you forget that there is like 5 billion people.
Yeah.
You know, like,
and that's a side of me that like answers to I don't believe in it, you know.
Yeah.
Because like you said, they can be very vague, like, oh, you're a very kind person, and you know, it's like, oh, yeah, I guess I'm kind. You know, you're very thoughtful, and this isn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's like everybody has these qualities about them, you know. But what I will say is when you introduced me to numerology and nameology, I was like, whoa, that's way more on, you know, the money.
Yeah, because I think that when you go a little bit deeper, it's not like a generic like zodiac sign. It's like you're going based off of your birth date, your birth year. Yeah, it's just a little more detailed. So
Yeah.
you feel like it's more finite and it's more like descriptive.
Those were really fun to look into, because like it's more specific.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, it's kind of scary how sometimes it's like, is this really me? You know? And as a kid, I used to always put in a bunch of different things to test it out to see if like it would come up the same for somebody
Yeah.
else. And sometimes it did, sometimes it didn't.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, it's hard to like try to figure out like the code to this. But what is the basic definition of astrology?
So astrology is a range of divinatory practices recognized as pseudoscientific since the 18th century that claim to discern information about human affairs and terrestrial events by studying the apparent positions of celestial objects.
So you look at the stars and you're like, oh, it's not going to be a good month for you.
Yeah.
Because your star sign is crossed with another star sign. And
Mercury retrograde.
Mercury retrograde, yes. Jupiter's not aligned to your Saturn. So,
Oh, God.
So you're a Pisces.
Yeah, I'm a Pisces. But then apparently, like, I forgot to, like, look for this, but did you hear about, like, they added a 13th, which kind of shifted things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's weird because when it shifted it, none of the zodiacs seem relatable to, like, me. You know what I mean? I was like, no, that's way off.
Yeah.
I feel like, but then again, who knows? You know, like, what is it? Is it just your mind finding some kind of, like, correlation?
Yeah.
To make it make sense, you know?
I could see that for sure.
So I'm not a crab. I am still a lion.
Oh, did it say that you were a crab when it switched?
If it shifts, yeah.
Oh.
Because the date stretches like...
So does it go on to the next sign?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So your fish might be whatever's after a fish.
Yeah, which I think is Aries, but I don't remember specifically. Wow, interesting.
So let's read what is your sign? Like, what is the gist of a Pisces? What are their character flaws and their character, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? What's the opposite of flaw? Attributes. I'm a Leo guy, so Leos always have like this extroverted party all night kind of vibes. King of the jungle. But I don't party. I don't even drink alcohol. So
some Pisces sign traits. Again, here we go with this stuff. Smart, creative, and deeply intuitive. Check, check, check. Pisces can be close to psychic. Pisces feel things deeply and have incredibly strong gut reactions. A Pisces knows things from deep within and can often judge whether a person or situation is good or bad. That doesn't mean a Pisces ignores the logical part of their brain, though. Deeply intelligent Pisces have a profound respect for the power of the human mind. Is it a surprise that Albert Einstein was a Pisces? We're also sensitive. We get along with others in small groups of people. Sometimes the Pisces may feel like they have an internal and external self, and they may need to spend a lot of time solo to recalibrate those two halves of themselves. We're rarely lonely when we are by ourselves, and have an active imagination. Creative, Pisces love spending time reading, exploring, or creating art or music, and understanding their emotions through art.
Wow. Is that you?
I think some of those are me, for sure. I do better, I think, in smaller groups of people. But I've noticed as I've become older, I've become more introvert, you know, and I don't know if that just comes with like age or.
Yeah.
I used to be a little bit more social growing up, honestly. Like I was always like just big social, you know, talk to everybody. But now you kind of weed people out.
Yeah.
You know.
You kind of don't want to expend your energy on those you don't want to really.
You know, you don't want
energy
to.
on.
Exactly. I agree.
What about Leo the Lion?
Leo.
Let's see if this is accurate, guys, because we're going straight off of the internet. There's 17 different varieties for us to look at on the first page.
All right. So Leo sign traits: bold, intelligent, warm, and courageous. Fire sign Leo is a natural leader of the zodiac, ready to blaze a trail, vanquish injustice, and make a name for themselves along the way. Check, check, check. Blessed with high self-esteem, lions know that they possess inviolable traits and they're proud of them. They don't believe in false modesty and will be the first to praise themselves for a job well done. But Leo isn't self-aggrandizing or unwilling to roll up the sleeves and do the work. This sign knows that in order to be respected and admired, he or she needs to put in the effort worthy of a leader.
Dang. Hella arrogant sign. Conceit. Full of conceit.
Let's see. Intense and energetic. Check, check. Oh, man. This is definitely you. They thrive on social interactions and have no problem making friends. I would definitely say yeah.
That's crazy.
They're passionate in all pursuits, including relationships, and take it upon themselves to be the best partner you've ever had.
What? No.
They love grand gestures, and they want to show the world how attentive and caring they can be.
Yes, I do believe in that.
They also can't resist flashiness and often buy their partner the biggest and best presents. I know Nathy's gotten some pretty good gifts. So, check.
Man, maybe this is more accurate than I was thinking. Shoot.
Leo is an adventurer seeking to balance an intense life of social obligations and travel with plenty of downtime to relax and luxuriate. Work and outward appearances matter to this sign, and they're willing to do whatever it takes to gain a job title or workplace status, even if it means temporarily sacrificing their precious leisure time. You know, Anderson's a very hard worker.
That's true.
For sure.
I always want to be the best.
Yep. Yep. Anderson's like, if you ain't first, you're last.
That's crazy.
How do you feel about all those? Do you think they're pretty close?
I mean, they're very generic.
Yeah, of course.
They're very generic, but they're all pretty like positive attributes. You know, they all sound very like, wow, dang. I mean, maybe, you know, but
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of them are kind of they're very. They could be interpreted in many different ways to the person, you know, because what happens if you have a Leo who is introvert?
Yeah.
They might listen to that and be like, that's not me.
That's true.
You know? And then I heard that there's another stage of like Leos. There's like, you put another set of like numbers in there.
Yeah, I've heard like there's different like moon phases. There's like a moon phase.
Like there's it'll tell you what your earth element is.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you're a fire Leo, you're a water Leo.
Yeah.
But I forget where I found that at.
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok.
But again,
TikTok University.
But it's crazy to me because you think like once you go that step deeper, it's just sometimes it gets even more revealing, you know, and you're just like, man, I don't know. This sounds like me, you know.
I think astrology is like your base, right? And then like we mentioned, you then have those other layers of like, you know, if you go deeper into like your name, your number,
right? Like your year that you were born,
your Chinese zodiac,
yeah. That one I remember. You know, you go to you're kind of like fed into that because every time you go eat at like a Chinese food restaurant, they'd always have the paper mats that always had your zodiac sign. You know,
Yeah.
what are you in terms of what is the difference between like astrology and then the Chinese zodiac? Chinese zodiac's basically just based off the year you're born, right?
That's because yeah.
Because I think Western astrology is like has to do with the month and the day, and then you're grouped into like a category. But then with Chinese zodiac, it's like the year.
So it says that Chinese astrology divides astrological signs by years, whereas Western astrology separates them by months.
Oh.
Therefore, the Chinese believe that people born in the same year share the same traits, whereas
Okay.
Westerners group people on a month-by-month basis.
Gotcha.
Pretty interesting. For my Chinese zodiac, I believe I am a snake.
Snake.
And that always sounds
Sneaky
so...
snake.
Yeah, I know. I tell people that, and they're like, oh, really? So I got to stay away from you? I'm like, damn.
Harsh,
It's
cold.
It's cold. But from what it sounds like, it's not even close. Chinese culture, the snake is the most enigmatic animal among the 12 zodiac animals. People born in a year of the snake are supposed to be the most intuitive. That's the second time we heard.
Your intuition's good, Christian. You're born psychic.
Snakes tend to act according to their own judgments while remaining private and reticent. Reticent, sorry. They are determined to accomplish their goals and hate to fail. Snakes represent the symbol of wisdom. They are intelligent and wise. They are good at communication,
heck is smart.
but say little. They're usually regarded as great thinkers. Snakes are materialistic and love keeping up with the Joneses. I don't know how much I agree with that. Do you think I'm materialistic?
Yes, ma'am. You love Target. Do that.
I do love Target. Who doesn't? If you are a woman in America today, my age, you are a Target fan.
Target was created for your age group.
I know, and you can't help it. You know, you just got to go in for like one thing, and they
come
get
out
you.
with like 17 different
get you
versions.
every time. They love to possess the best of everything, but they have no patience for shopping. Freaking A. That is me. I have no patience for shopping. I like to go in, but like I avoid the mall as much as I can.
Yeah.
You know, that traffic it stresses me out. Snake
funny.
people prefer to work alone. Therefore, they are easily stressed.
Oh.
If they seem unusually stressed, it is best to allow them their own space and time to return to normal.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes it can be. I'm not going to say all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, different situations count for different things. But again, you know, you can't go based off of this. Do you want me to read you?
Yeah, let's see what Oink Oink is all about.
The year of the pig. Pigs are diligent, compassionate, and generous. They have great concentration. Once they set a goal, they will devote all their energy to achieving it. Though pigs rarely seek help from others, they will not refuse to give others a hand. Pigs never suspect trickery, so they are easily fooled.
Dang it.
What?
I'm gullible. You told me you saw an alien, I believe you.
Where? Generally speaking, pigs are relatively calm when facing trouble. No matter how difficult the problems are pigs encounter, they can handle things properly and carefully. They have a great sense of responsibility to finish what they are engaged in. It is theorized that a person's characteristics are decided by their birth year, zodiac, animal sign, and element. So there are 5 types of pigs, each with different characteristics.
Oh, wow.
So
same thing, kind of like Western astrology, where there's the different earth signs.
Exactly. Do you know what you are?
No, I don't even know how you find that out.
I think
That's crazy.
It's year by year. You're a water pig.
Yay! I love the water. You can ask any of my friends. I would live in the water if I could. My friend used to be like, "I think you were a dolphin or a whale in your last life, bro." I'm like, "Really?" I do. I love, like, when we were kids. It would be the last person to get out of the swimming pool.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a water pig. Gentle, modest, earnest, responsible, but subjective in life. Would you say you were all those things, Anderson?
Say that again.
Gentle, modest, earnest, responsible, but subjective in life.
What does subjective in life mean?
I don't know. I was hoping you would enlighten me. Not gonna lie to you.
Subjective in life. I mean, yeah.
Do you know what Nathi's?
No, I don't.
No. What year was she born?
87.
87. Let's see. Because there's a compatibility chart here.
Oh.
And come to find out, you are the least compatible with me. So.
Oink, oink, sizzly snake.
You're the most compatible with tiger, rabbit, and goat.
I think Nati's a rabbit.
Oh, well then perfect, man.
Yeah, yeah.
See?
Future wife is a
Heck yeah.
rabbit.
Heck
Is
yeah.
a wabbit. We're farm animals.
But,
That's cool.
yeah, I think that's pretty dope.
And then if you go a stage deeper, so like that's like basic like astrology, you know, like general idea of it. But if you go more into like numerology, that's where they calculate your birth year, your month that you're born, and then once you total it, you get a number that you fall into. Do you know what your numerology number is?
I think it's 9.
9?
Yeah.
Your life path number?
Yeah.
That's what they call it. They call it a life path number, and you get the calculations by, the year you're born, your month. That's really it.
Do you know yours?
I'm a 4.
Do you want to read you what 4 says?
Sure. Let's see how accurate numerology is, guys. Let's see if this is like accurate or are we just generic hokey pokey.
So, life path number 4. People with life path number 4 are often seen as builders and worker of society. If your life path is a 4, you are likely more determined, serious, practical, disciplined, and hardworking. Down to earth and grounded are terms that are probably often used to describe you. You find hard work rewarding and don't look for the easy way to the top or to finding success. Not only do you work hard yourself, but you expect the same from those around you.
Ooh.
Sounds about right, yeah. Anderson's like, you better get to work, Christian, right now.
You better be editing all the time. Anytime you have free, better be editing. If you ain't sleeping, you're editing. If you ain't eating, you're editing. If you pooping, I'm okay with that. But after that,
I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
Get back to editing.
Let me tell you. Those with life path number 4 tend to be organized.
No. Whoa. No.
And like to put things back in their proper place. It is one of their strong points, and they feel better able to tackle challenges if they have a solid plan in place beforehand.
Nope.
They tend to be set in their ways and are drawn to leading an orderly life. Home is their haven, and if their home environment appears sloppy and unkept, that is a sign that a life path 4 is not doing well.
Oh, no.
We need to check on you.
That's like forever my life. So I'm always forever not doing well because I live a sloppy life.
They are usually very cerebral and need to find ways to relax their minds. Otherwise, great ideas live and die in their heads.
Meditation, baby.
They have a strong sense of right and wrong, are very honest, and value honesty in others.
Yeah. Don't lie. Don't lie. Rule number 1, don't lie to me. I know. I will know if you lie.
Mm-hmm. Very true. 4's dreams are based in reality, and they never question that you will have to work hard to make them come true. Loyal and very dependable, they make an excellent friend or partner, but they have just a small circle of friends. On the negative side,
Yay.
let's see what your cons are, Anderson. 4s can be so set in their ways that they can often come across as stubborn, rigid, or too serious. I don't see that. They also have a tendency to overlook tact and let their true feelings be known to all those around them, which can sometimes turn other people away from them. Although practical and good planners, 4s are extremely cautious and don't deviate much from their master plan, and because of this can sometimes miss opportunities that arise because they don't act on them quickly enough.
I don't know.
I think that's kind of meh.
Meh. I feel like that's a lot off. Because I feel like I'm pretty free-spirited more than anything.
I agree.
I do have the discipline thing that's like always been kind of one of my traits, I guess. But everything else was kind of like, like, you know, very straight and narrow, no deviations. But I'm pretty like adaptive. I feel like, you know, because I feel like I roll with the punches as best as I can. So let's check out number 9.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see how accurate Christian's numerology path is. Mine was off. I'm gonna be honest.
Was it more off than on?
Yeah.
Really?
I feel like it was. I mean, you. How would you feel, or how did you?
I thought there was a lot of stuff in there that was pretty on point, but there was a lot of stuff that was
not me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I love you, Anderson, but you're not the most organized person for sure. That's why you have me, your co-collaborator. I organize.
No, it's called organized chaos. That's what people don't understand. There's a rhyme to my reason.
And like I could never open up a project that you've worked on because you have like you know where to find, you know, and like you'll bunch it all into one project. Whereas like my mind, I need to have separate projects for different.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can open up a project in Premiere and put like 17 different projects into it.
Yes.
And then be okay. Christian opens it and she's like, where do I find so and so?
I'll let you handle that, Anderson. You get back to me when you can.
And I'll open up Christian's and I'll be like, what the hell?
Where is everything? And I'm like,
why do you have one project here?
They're in separate folders.
You do this for every single project?
Every single one. Otherwise, my mind's just all over the place. It's like, it's how I just have to like, I have to see a name with a folder. You know what I mean? Like, and I put everything in that folder. Like, I can't work off of like different folders. You know, like my assets have to be in that one folder, and then make new folders for everything. It's just, it's annoying for sure, but it's how I keep control.
Yeah, everybody has their form.
But let's see what this says. Life path number 9 is the number of completion and resolution, and those born with a life path number 9 are natural leaders.
Ooh.
They assume they are in charge even if they are not. If in a department store, people think they work there. Ooh. I've never had anybody ask me that before. They take care of everyone else, but need to learn to speak up when they need help, love, and hugs. That's kind of true. 9s often feel unloved or abandoned by their mother or father, or they feel completely responsible for them. It's hard for them to let go of the past.
Is that true?
There's truth in there. Yeah, I can see that.
How come that went so deep?
That like took a turn,
that
right?
wasn't like a generic thing. That was like very like, yeah, your ass was abandoned. You know, it's like, how did this
also hit me so soon?
Yeah. It's like, not that has any truth to her life, but it's still like,
let's keep it light.
Dang, where did we just go from like, you know, all these uplifting things to like, you're a leader, to like, your mom left you in the dock. You know?
Oh my God, which she hasn't left me at all. But that's such a weird attack. People with a life path 9 are humanitarians. If your life path is a 9, you have an extremely strong sense of compassion and generosity. You are selfless, and helping others is very important to you. You not only want to help others, but you feel very deeply for those less fortunate than yourself. You tend to be friendly, and people generally like you. Your generosity knows no bounds, and you give freely of your money, time, and energy. Your ultimate goal is working toward a better world.
Man, that's pretty spot on.
That's pretty close because, like, you know, for a long time I had been trying to figure out, like, you know, how to give back and how to, like, do stuff like that. That's pretty weird.
Dang, that was pretty spot.
Because you are so giving, you may find that that your finances are not in the greatest shape.
You're like, yeah, that's true.
You may also have a tendency to be scattered. Your talents lie in so many different directions that you may find it difficult to focus on just one. If you are not following your life path and are instead pursuing materialistic gains, you could feel a deep level of dissatisfaction with yourself. Number 9 symbolizes endings, spiritual consciousness. An individual with a life path number 9 can overcome a lot and is often required to do so in their lifetime. If you have a life path number 9, you most likely had a difficult relationship with one or both of your parents early in life.
Jeez, again, full circle.
Why are you trying to attack me? Numerology.com.
Numerology.com is like, you need therapy, girl.
Seek counseling now. Life Path 9.
Life Path 9, you got a lot of problems. Let me just tell you.
Damn.
It all stems from your parents. Jeez, right? Man, I ain't getting no, like, you hate your moms. Mine was just like...
Stop saying that. My mother's going to think that's...
Mine was just like, you're sloppy. Or clean your house. You're dirty.
Oh, my God. I know. That's really wild. So we didn't give a definition on life path numbers.
Okay.
It's calculated from your full date of birth and is considered one of the most important and influential numbers within your entire numerology chart. Mm-hmm. The numbers used in numerology to indicate one's life path number run from 1 to 9. In many cases, your single-digit life path number will be written to include the double-digit number from which it was derived from. This double-digit higher vibration adds its own flavor to your life path number, but is usually discussed in greater detail only when that number is a master number.
Yeah, it's like once you add up all the numbers and say you have like, you're like number 18, I think you just get rid of the 1 and you're just the number 8.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Or then the only like double-digit numbers that you can be are 11, 22, and 33.
Okay.
Yeah. So interesting. So those are like, that was all about your birth date. But, you know, you could go into like the time you were born, there's so many things. And it's just like, I wonder who sits around and like creates these like fantastical, write-ups of like what they feel the stars are saying to them.
Yeah.
And how somebody's going to read it and correlate it to their life and be like, man, that horoscope was on point. Everything that it said happened, Yeah. Like, it's just, I can't tell you how many times I've looked at a horoscope and I'm like, Bo, that is wrong. I know that is so wrong, but it's still interesting because, like, I've had time to like think about like things like that. Like, I used to always wonder, like, I wonder why my parents named me what they named me, Like, I'm always curious, and like their reasoning is so silly, but I always think like it was bigger than that. That's what I like to think.
Yeah.
But maybe because I'm a Leo. I have high self-esteem. I don't know. No, I didn't. Like I said in previous episodes, I was extremely low self-esteem growing up. But it's just, it's funny because when that movie The Matrix came out, man, everybody was just like, Mr. Anderson.
Oh,
and I got
bet.
it so much. I was like,
my
wow.
God.
And then my last name, Kith, there's a huge brand called Kith now, and everybody that sees it, they always like tag me, or they're like, "Hey, do you see your brand?" And I'm like, "I wish that was my brand," And it's so crazy. But there's a nameology. There's a science, not pseudoscience. Sorry. And there's a society. I don't know much about them. I just stumbled upon it one day just because I was like, I want to know what. If there's anybody that has done the extensive research into like names and like if there's any backing or proof behind it that symbolizes like your personality traits. Yeah. So do you want to look at yours?
I did. So what you told me to look up, if you want to share with our listeners, was the
Caballerians Society. Mm-hmm. I forgot actually what it was called for the longest time, and I thought it was called like the Kabbalah or something like that. I was like, that's not it, but it sounds similar.
And then you came upon it, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Did you come upon it like just on pure memory, or like did you like
pure memory?
That's pretty good, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So we did a little research on mine.
So what you do is you basically put in your first name, your last name, and also your date of birth, and it kind of breaks down everything into parts. So
it's interesting that it doesn't ask you for like a middle name, right? Because I didn't see a box for your middle name.
There actually is a middle name,
okay.
but you have to like go deeper into it. This one's just kind of like the first layer.
Okay, interesting. So let's see. The date you were born indicates that your potential is of the highest visionary level, your purpose being that of a leader, teacher, and specialist inspiring and instructing others. You must first learn to control your emotions, develop your intellect, seek a philosophy of life, and live to serve others along the path of wisdom. Your potential signifies a universal love for all through service by expressing generosity, idealism, affection, and kindness. Because of the sensitivity and idealism of your inner nature, you could be easily influenced through your emotions. It is very important to use logical analysis and good judgment in every situation so as to avoid being drawn too personally into the problems of others. Otherwise, your own health could be jeopardized through a sympathetic condition that could affect your nervous system.
Wow.
Your role is to teach others the principles that will lead to a better understanding of human mind and potential, health, happiness, and the attainment of success on all levels.
Wow.
You have a natural love of home and children and an inborn ability to nurture others. Also, you have a potential to make friends easily with all types of people. This cosmopolitan quality would create harmony in diverse groups. Caring for others without possessiveness would bring you the love and support you require for personal growth. Poetic and literary creativity, musical
Wow, that's spot on. Sorry. But Christian is very like into her words and like reading and writing. That was always the first thing she would always say is like, if I'd be like, so what do you want to do? Like, what do you want to do like with film? And she'd always be like, I want to write scripts and screenplays. And
it's the thing I feel closest to.
Which is crazy because that's kind of spot on. That's kind of scary that it's spot on. And the weird part too, like listening to you read that is like, it's all like similar attributes to your zodiac and the Chinese zodiac and your Western astrology sign.
It's kind of weird.
It's like wisdom, leader, creatives.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's pretty interesting. Let's see. You would be happiest in positions where you could serve humanity, no matter what race, color, or creed, thing. As in institutions of a charitable or educational nature. Your happiness and fulfillment would be the result of what you accomplish in helping others. The development of a universal perspective of life would nullify any tendency to be overcritical, temperamental, or expecting too much praise and appreciation for your efforts. You must have an ideal and a constructive outlet for your creative, imaginative inner nature. Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
Interesting. What's yours? You have yours on your phone?
Yeah. So how do you feel about that?
I think a lot of it is really close to my personality, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of it is.
Like eerily or like just
eerily,
kind
yeah.
of?
Like certain things, I mean, I've shared a lot of these things with you. Like,
yeah.
I feel like there is a calling for me to like, you know, devote my time to helping people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's something that I need to like fully invest in or if it's something that I could, you know, just do when I can, where I can. But I've always had that feeling inside. Like, I mean, since I was in high school, you know, I would try to volunteer where I could. But I think on a grander scale of things, like it's something that I consider doing like full time, you know. The creativity part is, you know, that's really close. But again, like.
But once it went to like literary, though,
Yeah.
that hits because, yeah, that's your thing.
Yeah. I don't know about, I keep seeing like leadership and like being a teacher to others. I don't know if I see that within myself. I mean, I've been a leader in like, you know, like in my career as far as like I've held like managerial positions.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't mind leading groups, but it's not my preferred.
Yeah, but it's saying like you're a natural leader.
Yeah.
So even though you don't prefer it, it's a natural ability.
Yeah.
You know.
Interesting.
So for mine, it says, according to your date of birth, your inner potential includes analytical. Really? Yeah. Practical and scientific capabilities. I do not have one scientific capability in my bones. Hence why we're doing this episode on astrology. It's pseudoscience. Sorry, guys. I'm not scientific in any aspects. Sorry, Mom. As
God.
as a natural born teacher and instructor, you would find satisfaction serving others. With an innate ability to see the broad picture, yet to understand the steps in detail that lead to it, you could develop great skills in explaining ideas thoroughly and logically, and you would find satisfaction in providing instruction that would be valuable to others. Your desire to nurture and provide for others could find satisfactory outlets within the home environment or in care facilities. A stable home environment would build security with you from which you would set your ideals and achieve your goals. Other occupations where you could excel are in the culinary arts, architecture, and the practical service industries where you're helping people, banking, in computer graphics, or any other area that combines attention to detail with a creative flair. Your potential to be generous, inspirational, and enthusiastic could express through opportunities to meet and mix with people where you are responsible for creating harmony and happiness. You appreciate it when you can work patiently with system and order without interruptions. Any tendency to be temperamental, excessively fussy, or concerned over trifles should be controlled by being calm and objective in dealing with people. Such efforts would secure the respect, love, and support from which you draw your confidence. As you build your life upon a secure foundation of security, stability, and routine, and help others from this strong base, you will find your greatest contentment and happiness. Wow.
Wow.
That's like when I train people.
Yeah.
I freaking love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's like my thing. I don't even know why
You're
I
good
enjoy
at
it
it,
so
yeah.
much. I'm just like,
Yeah.
that's basically what it was saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, wow, okay. Whether your birth path fully expresses depends upon your names. Oh, that was just my birth date. That's really crazy.
That wasn't your nameology?
No, sorry. I read my birth date. My bad.
Interesting.
But it was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Right?
Was that part one or
That was part one, yeah.
Okay.
So your name Anderson gives you an artistically creative, expressive, extrovert nature. You enjoy association and strive to lift the spirits of others through kindness, encouragement, and inspiration. Sensitivity to the attitude and mental state of those near you causes you to avoid disagreement and conflict whenever possible.
Wow.
That's kind of spot on.
Mm-hmm.
Although you are readily disturbed by any antagonism or criticism, true, you do not hold grudges and respond quickly to conciliation. Your personal relationships are characterized by strong emotional feelings. As a result, you experience mood swings that carry you from elation and exhilaration to self-pity and despair, from kindness and magnanimity to bitterness and intolerance. Your verbal expression can be very volatile, making outbursts of anger difficult to control. Maintaining stability in personal and family relationships can be a challenge. You must guard against questionable emotional involvements. Estrangements and loss of the respect of family and closest friends could be the result. In your work or business pursuits, you would find opportunities relative to your interests and aptitudes in the service industry, such as tourism, hospitality, education, or healthcare, where you deal with people and can derive satisfaction in providing for the needs of others. Any job or project requiring attention to detail and routine generates a sense of frustration, as you prefer to act spontaneously and to have the freedom to express your creativity. Yeah. Hence, you tend to scatter your efforts and leave many projects unfinished in order to avoid monotony, drudgery, or boredom. Your own desires for immediate gratification, along with your generous nature in response to the needs of others, thwart any efforts at budgeting and financial planning, often leaving your personal finances in disarray. To be successful and happy under this name requires that the strong emotional feelings evoked be channeled into creative, constructive endeavors such as musical, artistic, or dramatic expression or humanitarian service. Otherwise, you're prone to uncontrolled emotional reactions such as jealousy, possessiveness, and despondency. Wow. Man, there's a lot. There's a lot. Like, I mean, it goes into my last name and everything, but... Wow. But here, let's go to your full name. Anderson Kith gives you the desire for a position where you can find creative self-expression and freedom from limitations and monotonous routine. You are impulsive and inclined to act on the spur of the moment. Hence, you tend to scatter your efforts. You desire to live life as it comes, to enjoy yourself, and to bring happiness into the lives of others. The full name is an inspirational, happy-go-lucky influence, but not a stable one. And you are not able to budget and create the financial success that you should. You are fortunate in that something usually turns up to save the day, but your success does not last long. You attract carefree, spontaneous, expressive people who lack emotional and financial stability. Overindulgence, which so often comes with a carefree lifestyle, could affect your health through your liver and bloodstream. That's why I quit drinking. That's why I quit drinking right there. Wow. That's like...
That was crazy.
That's kind of weird.
That is really weird.
How accurate.
Because once they put your name together,
yeah,
all of those, Anderson. I don't think there was one that I heard that wasn't on the money.
That's weird, right?
Yeah. That is really weird.
Wow.
How do you feel about it?
I feel scared.
Why are you scared?
Because that was pretty accurate. That was me. I literally was just listening to myself read about myself.
Wow. Okay, so my name description here. It says it gives you the desire for a more refined environment and association with those who could be of assistance in creating your success. They draw you into subordinate positions where you have little opportunity to exercise creative ideas or initiative. You are required to
The hell? Hold up. Is that a direct... How is that directly related to us right now?
I don't know.
That's a little weird. That's weird.
I'm hoping this isn't read into. Okay. They draw you into subordinate positions where you have little opportunity to exercise creative ideas or initiative. You are required to be tactful and diplomatic in your relations with others, often in contact with the public in a capacity offering little scope or opportunity for advancement. This destiny tends to create a lack of confidence and to cause you to doubt your abilities and the possibility of success with your plans, making it difficult for you to cope with material responsibilities on your own. You could often be influenced against your better judgment and to your detriment, be drawn into the plans and schemes of others. You can be taken advantage of, giving you a life with little to show for your own benefit. Your combined names weaken initiative and self-confidence. These names could also affect your health and the fluid functions of the body. I don't like this one.
Change your name.
I know. Shit. Let me get married. Change my name real quick. Because that was pretty whack. Let's go off of my first name. Let's see what my first name says. Let's change our fate here. Okay. Your first name of Christian has given you the desire to be independent and self-reliant. Okay, we're off to a good start.
That's you.
That's me. From early in life, you have wanted freedom, self-sufficiency, and times alone.
100%.
You have many original ideas and thoughts, but because of procrastination...
Oh, my God. This is on the money.
Yeah, or at times a lack of confidence.
Oh, my goodness. This is going to be more true.
You do not always follow through to develop your creativity and inventiveness.
That's so wild that they pin it to creativity.
Yeah. Usually you prefer casual, more relaxed situations with the comfort of your close friends. Damn. Rather than very formal occasions. On the money. Since you are caring and friendly, people who know you will appreciate your understanding ways and your support. Being the focus of lavish attention makes you feel self-conscious and awkward. On the money. I get super awkward with too much attention. I don't like it. You do not appreciate the challenge of decisions and pressures, but this name does involve you in the affairs of others. Although you dislike confrontations, you are often drawn into positions that require finesse where you are a mediator.
Oh my goodness.
Is that so not me? You must be aware of a tendency to divulge confidences. You can be straightforward and matter of fact, and yet, on the other hand, be influenced by those you are speaking to. Though firm and positive in your own ideas, when it comes to making decisions and taking action, you want to have the advice and encouragement from others. This name makes you somewhat one-track minded and self-opinionated at times, but your insecurity allows you to be influenced by other people's opinions and quickly change your decisions. Sometimes that can be true. There's an influence in your name that hinders your determination and causes you to be passive in action. You also tend to let obligations slide until you are forced to take action. This quality of procrastination has limited your success in many ways.
Oh, Christian.
This name detracts from the expression of your potential capabilities and limits your opportunities. Your feelings tend to sway your decisions. Although you try to be practical and you give the impression of being self-reliant because you adjust to new circumstances, you do rely upon the support of others. At times, you can become stubborn and inflexible when actually you are either insecure or indifferent. This name causes health weaknesses that affect senses of the head, such as weak eyes, sinus trouble, headaches, or throat trouble.
Oh my gosh! Is that not accurate?
That's pretty me. Or the fluid functions such as kidney ailments, female disturbances, or bladder infections. Wow. That is crazy.
You know, on mine it said that I also have it said that I have skin issues.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, wow.
That's definitely.
Yeah.
Dude.
Remember, I used to always have scars because I'd have like sensitive. Rashy. Yeah.
Wow.
That's wild.
That is wild.
So what do you think?
I think the first name was way closer to me than the first one. Like my first name rather than my combined name.
Yeah.
But I think there's a small theory behind the full name aspect of it. But I won't divulge that. But so I think the first one for sure is like way more on the money.
Yeah. That was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
The crazy part is the opening line.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that is...
Yeah.
That is wild. And then it has, to do with creativity.
Yeah, I know. And I think that's really cool that, like, a lot of the stuff that we've read about each other, they're both in that creative realm. Yeah. Which I think is cool because of when I've read these to other people that I know, they didn't always mention creativity. It was more close to, like, their personality. Like,
really?
People, yeah. So I think that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. That's hella crazy.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed listening to our horoscopes and everything about our names and our numerology, our life path numbers. You guys could also look this up. I mean, it's as easy as just typing in, your life path number, or the name one that we just recently did was, how do you say it?
Caballerian
with a K.
With a K, philosophy.org, I think.
It's scary how accurate that was. Like, I mean, scary.
Yeah.
Because
that was probably the closest one out of all of them.
It's insane, right?
Yeah.
Do you remember when we had that numerology book?
Yes.
That was crazy, huh? Because that was really accurate.
Yeah. That was our friend's book, right?
Yeah.
She brought it into work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a friend of ours brought in a book, and we got a chance. I think I took pictures of it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Did you take pictures of yours?
No. But I just remember, like, that's around the time that I was like, what's your number sign, Christian?
And then we just went, like, deep into it.
Yeah. Trying to find meaning. And I think it's just, like, it's just in our personalities. Like, you have another, like, a deeper layer of trying to figure out, like, who you are. Not just, like, your day-to-day, but it's also about, is there a greater meaning to who you are as a person?
Yeah.
So, do you want to close us out?
Yeah, guys. So let us know what you guys find when you do your own research. Tag us, comment. You can DM us. We're on all socials at enter, ENTER, the number 1, and then 11, ELEVEN. Reach out. We'd love to hear from you. We're getting close to the end of our season. So, we're on YouTube. Look us up. We always post our videos. So follow us, like, subscribe. All that good stuff.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Bye.